Okay, so in today's video about ICP, we want to check out this part of the price action and see what is happening. And I'm going to show you a very important level to have your eyes on in case that you want to say in internet computer, as we still expect, we are going to get a good and strong move on the upside. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And before we start today's update, I want to tell you today I'm doing a market update and I'm going to talk to my members about a potential beautiful trading opportunity, maybe for like the next couple of weeks. And that is going to be based on what I taught them in the last couple of market updates videos. So if you want to have access to those videos, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. Let's get on with our video and see what is happening. And if you remember the last time that we talked about internet computer, I believe we were right in here. And I was saying this can still be a 1-2 scenario, but maybe the end of our wave 1 is going to be like right in here, and followed by that starting from this point and to about here, we're going to have like a correction for wave 2, and after it's over, or maybe it's over. We talked about this subject specifically in the previous video. We're going to get another big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Is this scenario still in play? The answer is absolutely yes, but maybe the subwaves are now a bit different. Let's go on 5-minute time. Okay, so in the previous updates, if you remember, I was saying, look, finding an impulse in here into a wave 3 is quite challenging, but we also checked the possibility of having an impulse into a wave 1. And if you want to say this whole move might be into a wave 1, I think you do actually have a chance of finding a 5 wave, but that's not going to be an impulse, and it might be in form of a leading diagonal, a wedge structure. This is a wave 1 correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3. It has to be smaller than wave 1 correction for, unlike a normal 5 wave in here, we need to have overlapping of the waves, and also our correction must be smaller than wave 2, and this is our final move up into wave 5, and it has to be the smallest wave in this structure. And in terms of the sub waves, you know it if you are a regular viewer of the main channel. 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. Okay, and if you want to go 100% according to the rules, you have to consider ABCs for wave 2 and also 4 at the same time. In case of a normal impulse, okay, that's a bit of a different story. We can have some WXYs, possibly even a triangle, but whenever you are having a diagonal structure, you need to have for wave 2 and 4 only and only ABCs. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. Excuse me. Okay, so I think we can all agree on the fact that this is a beautiful impulse on the upside, maybe like a 1, 2 huge impulse up into wave 3 correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, no problem at all. Excuse me, let's just do this again. Okay, followed by that, I think this is a beautiful, excellent ABC structure, and then this can be starting from this point, and I would say maybe potentially to about this high, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, correction down, also in form of a zigzag to about this point, and this can be our final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and on a higher degree, well, okay, these might be the sub waves for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since in here we are clearly having overlapping of the waves, it might be a wedge structure. Question, do all the rules apply to this thing being a wedge? Let's just put our chart on regular scale and start measuring waves. So wave 1 is clearly the biggest wave, no arguments there. What about our corrections? Is wave 2 bigger than wave 4? Let's measure it. As you can see, absolutely. Also, is wave 3 bigger than 5? Let's just measure. The answer is also yes. So you see, all the rules do actually apply to this thing being a leading diagonal in form of a wedge. Why is this so important? Because in ICP, relative to the previous update, we actually got another move on the downside. And I think you can also find in this phase a 5 wave, and here is how I can argue that. You see, this can be, if we just do this, starting from this high, a wave 1, correction for wave 2, another 5 down to about potentially this point, sure, into wave 3, correction for 4, another move down into wave 5. And what do we have in here? 2 sets of 5 waves, which might be the sub waves for, you probably know what I'm about to say, an A, B, C zigzag. Now, what do we have on a higher degree? Let's go on 15-minute chart. Okay, this is 5 wave up starting from this point to about here, followed by that a correction down. Well, okay, maybe this is wave 1, correction for wave 2, and what might happen next? Big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Is this scenario confirmed? Are we sure this thing is going to happen? The answer is absolutely no. I'm not even sure whether in the next 5 minutes I am going to be alive or not. So I think we can all agree that there is no certainty when it comes to predicting future. We are only talking about the possibilities. That's why we need to just take everything step by step, and I need you to have your eyes on this important level right in here, about, let's say, $5.2. Why is this important? Because if from the current point, maybe like even a bit lower, not that important, we get a move up, and in that move we take this high at that point, how exactly are we able to find a complete impulse in this phase? I'm gonna say it is possible to find an impulse, but the shape of it is going to look so odd to a degree that is going to make me say, you know what, that's probably not going to be my primary case. And I am going to, at that point, talk about this 1-2 setup with a lot more confidence, and say in ICP, soon we can expect, I would say, a rather sharp move on the upside. So what happened? Let's have a quick conclusion. In internet computer, I still believe we are allowed to have a bullish setup, and as long as we are not taking this importance low about, let's say, $4.50, and I would say especially as long as we are not getting a break of this important support between $4.45 to about $4.6, we are allowed to be absolutely optimistic and consider the bullish possibility as our primary case, indicating soon we're going to get a big move up. Why? Because if what I'm thinking in internet computer is in play, well, okay, soon we're going to be on our way up to complete a series of wave 3s. And since wave 3 is usually a big and a strong wave, well, okay, makes sense for us to expect a rather sharp move up in internet computer to come soon. Now, if you want to be bullish in like very short term with a bit more confidence, I would like to highly suggest to just watch this importance level about like the $5.2 area, and watch the current price action and see, are we going to get a move up starting from the current point, maybe like even a bit lower, not that important, in order to take this point or not. If we take it, that could be an excellent sign suggesting the bullish scenario in ICP is still in play. And at that point, I'm hoping that we continue our move up in order to reach to about this important region between 5.8 to about the $6 area, which is my target for the position that I took all the way down here. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in internet computers chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.